Shalom, shalom. This is Brother Thawan Mayam from the Sheba Berea camp. I come to you in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Rakar Kudash. Double honors and respect to the elders of GMS. Salutations to you brothers that's doing this truth sincerely and not for vain glory. This video is for the elect. All the videos that we do is for the elect. Through the spirit and power, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. So first, I was reading these articles, man, and I was just Googling expensive things. And your name, how you live this life on this planet, your reputation, that is the most valuable, the most expensive thing in the world. Your reputation, worth more than silver, gold. Your name is worth more than silver and gold. So I was reading this article. It says a Dutch chef created a $2,300 burger, but says he had better. Actually, the burger cost $2,313.72. Okay? It is made with Japanese dry-aged Wagyu beef, lobster, all type of abomination. $2,300. You have now people struggling to find food. Okay? Looking at this right here. $1.3 million perfume into race for world's most expensive fragrance. Okay? It's called the Shamuke, which means deserving the highest in Arabic. Okay? It's worth $1.3 million, man. It contains 3,571 diamonds, 38.55 carats, giant pearls, 2.5 kilograms of 18 karat gold, 5.9 kilograms of pure silver. But your name is worth more than that. Okay? Who gives a damn what the elites got? They yachts. They're mega mansions. When you have a messed up name, you have a messed up reputation. And this is for me. Proverbs 24:19. Okay? It says, fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked. So fret not thyself because of evil men. Don't get angry at them. And don't be envious of the wicked, their lifestyle, how they living. Because guess what? Their name is mud. Their name is dirt, is garbage, is doo-doo. Verse 20, it says, for there shall be no reward to the evil men. See, they're not given a reward. Their portion is of this world. They will not get a reward. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. You see that? They're going to be put out. So let's go into the word name. It says a reputation, a distinguished reputation. All right? An illustrious or outstanding person. The righteous, we are the outstanding people on this planet. You Israelites. Okay? Our name is Yasha Allah. That's how you say Israel, which means he is the Prince of Power. That's what Israel means. We are princes of the power. The Almighty. That's what's running in our DNA. We are gods, and we must conduct ourselves like gods on this earth and protect our name. Let's get it in. Ecclesiastes 7:1. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. Wow. That's heavy, man. And I wrote this out. It says a good name is an honorable achievement, which only the elect of Israel will be able to find. The men, the women, and children. Okay? We are the only ones that can acquire a good name. It says a good name is better than precious ointment. I'll put a fragrance or odor only pleases the senses of smell, which all people can enjoy. You see? And that's what these elites got. They just got precious ointments, $2,300 burgers, $30 million mansions, $75 million yachts. They just have precious ointments. Okay? Which all people can enjoy. Anybody can enjoy a fragrance. But not everybody is going to be able to enjoy that honorable, that good name. You understand? So what is profitable for a man? Is it to please others' desires and what they think? Or is it better to have an everlasting reputation with God, Yahweh, and his son, Yahweh Shah? Is it better to stunt? Or is it better to have a reputation which is everlasting? Okay? It says having a good name in the Most High eyes are rare, and it will abide forever. You see? That's why a good name is better than precious ointment. Because you want to know why? The smell from that fragrance or that ointment, it will soon evaporate and go away. So that $1.3 million cologne or perfume, after you spray it, is going to evaporate and go away. But the precious name would never go away. Your good name would never go away. Because you did the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. It says, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. You see? And the day of death, that's glorious to the true believers of Yahweh Shah. Because that means that our battle is over. We have fought the good fight. Our sorrow is over. Our captivity is over. Waking up every day, being oppressed, working, busting your behind for people that don't care about you, that don't care about the world. Your captivity is over. Both days are beautiful days, but the death you get, that's why Paul talked about that in Philippians 1:23. How that he was, it says, for I'm, Philippians 1:23, for I am hard pressed between the two, having a desire to depart and be with Christ, which is far better. So Paul went through that dilemma. Paul went through that dilemma. But death means that it's over, man. The true believers understand that. So I'm going to go into it. Reputation.
Reputation.
It says, the general opinion or judgment of the public about a person. And who's the only person that we should care? Who the only person or the only people or the only spirits that we should care, that care about how we move, how we think, how we operate? The only people that matters is God, Yahweh and his son, Yahweh Shah, the angels, our brethren. Forget what the public got to say. Because guess what? They are going to vanish away. just like the precious ointments, but your reputation will endure forever. It's the book of Matthew 26:6. It says, now when Yahushua was in Bethany in the house of Simon the leper, it says, verse 7, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he sat at meat. And let me tell you something, when she poured that ointment on Yahushua, that fragrance smelled that whole house up. Because that was precious ointment, man. It smelled that whole house up. Verse 8, it says, but when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? Verse 9, for this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor. Verse 10, and when Yahushua understood it, he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. Okay? She established her reputation right then and there when she did that. That she's different. That she's special. That she's peculiar. Okay? It says, for ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always. For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Okay? Because Yahushua was about to get put to death. But here go the point. Verse 13. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this, that this woman have done, be told for a memorial of her. A memorial of her. So guess what? That ointment, that fragrance that she put on, that ointment that she put on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, it smelled of that whole room. But the Lord said, whosoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world. So that woman at that time, her name was known in the household, in that village. But now she's known worldwide. Her reputation is still being preached about to this very day, about what she have done. And she has a memorial for that. You understand that? Proverbs 22:1. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. So your name is more valuable than $1 million watch, Audemars watch, Rolexes. You know, your name is worth more than that, man. And she understood that. Forget what goes on this planet, man. It's the credit, the money that you storing up in heaven. Your name. I'm gonna expound more on that story. This is the book of Luke 7:36, because it goes more, because they had different accounts. It says it's the same story, but each person, Luke, John, and Matthew, seen different things, and they focus on that. So this is Luke's account on the story. Luke 7:36. And one of the Pharisees desired him that he would eat with him. And he went into the Pharisee house and sat down to meat. Verse 37, and behold, a woman in the city, which was a sinner, when she knew that Yahushua sat at meat in the Pharisee house, brought an alabaster box of ointment, and stood at his feet behind him weeping, and began to wash his feet with tears, and did wipe them with the hairs of her head, and kissed his feet, and anointed them with the ointment. Wow. Well, she was in the spirit, man, because she knew that the Most High was going to be put to death. And it was an honor and privilege to even be around him Just like it's an honor and privilege to be around other brothers in his faith. You know? But Yahweh Shai, man. Just imagine being in the same room and being able to touch his body, man. She was emotional. Verse 39. Now when the Pharisee which had bidden him saw it, he spake within himself, saying, this man, if he were a prophet, would have known who and what manner of woman this is that toucheth him, for she is a sinner. So he was saying that inside his inner voice. Yahweh Shai said unto him, hold up, but he said this inside. He didn't verbalize that. Yahweh Shai said unto him, Simon, I have somewhat to say unto thee. And he saith, Master, say on. Verse 41. There was a certain creditor which had two debtors. The one owed 500 pence and the other 50 pence. So he's giving them a parable. 41. There was a certain creditor who had two debtors. The one owed 500 pence and the other 50. Verse 42. And when they had nothing to pay, he frankly forgave them both. Tell me therefore, which of them will love him the most? Okay. It says, Simon answered and said, I suppose that he to whom he forgave the most. And he said unto him, thou hast rightly judged. So Simon said, hey, the one that owed the most money, the one that owed you the most money, the 500 pence, is going to feel more grateful because he owed more money. So he was comparing the 500 pence in debt to the woman and the 50 pence to Simon. Because we all in debt to the Lord. So that's why she was so emotional. Because she was a sinner. Okay? But that's not the end all be all in Yahweh Shai. Verse 44. And he turned to the woman and said unto Simon, seest thou this woman? I enter into thine house. Thou gavest me no water for my feet, but she hath washed my feet with tears and wiped them with the hairs of her head. Thou gavest me no kiss, but this woman since the time I came in have not ceased to kiss my feet. You see? Because she was in debt big time. And she was a righteous woman. My head, verse 46, my head with oil thou did not anoint, but this woman have anointed my feet with ointment. Verse 47, wherefore I say unto thee, her sins, which are many, are forgiven, for she loved much. But to whom little is forgiven, the same loveth little. You see? That's why she was showing so much great love and appreciation. You have brothers in this truth that were pimps, drug dealers, weed dealers, heroin dealers, gangbangers, brothers that almost died, brothers that's been to jail, been molested, that took some brothers that was homosexuals, man. Okay. Verse 48. And he said unto her, thy sins are forgiven. 49. And they that sat at meat with him began to say within themselves, who is this that forgiveth sins also? And he said to the woman, thy faith have saved thee. Go in peace. That's why she had a good reputation, man. And you brothers got to guard that. Do not convert to the ways of this world and try to please them. Because an ointment or smell of a fragrance is going to evaporate one day. This place is going to vanish, but your name is going to endure forever. This is the book of Sirach in the Apocrypha, 41 and 12. It says, have regard to thy name. You see? Protect your name. For that shall continue with thee above 1,000 great treasures of gold. And it say one treasure of gold, 1,000 great treasures of gold. That's priceless, man. You had pirates that used to fight over treasures of gold back then, and now, if you was to find that treasure now, those would be priceless. Well, times that by 1,000. Verse 13, a good life have but few days, but a good name endureth forever. So that woman, that righteous woman, that righteous sister, her name endureth forever. Forever. Even when the missiles drop and hit this place and destroy America and destroy this place, man, her name is going to endure. This is the book of 1 John 2 and 17. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. She did the will of the Most High. She showed her faith. She knew that she was a sinner, and she knew the only person that could not hold her accountable is Yahweh Shah, the Son of the Most High. Because even when this world passes away, her name is etched in stone. When the missiles drop and hit this place, her name is etched in stone. You brothers' names are going to be etched in stone in the book of life. Second Peter 3 and 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. Yeah, you're going to catch a lot of people off guard. In the which the heavens shall pass away with great noise. How is the heavens going to pass away with great noise? Is it going to be with a sound system? No, that's going to be with the nuclear missiles. It says, and the elements shall melt with a fervent heat. So this device is going to, this invention is going to make noise, and it's going to melt things with fervent heat. Talking about the nuclear missiles. It says, the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. So guess what? Them yachts are going to be burnt up. Them mansions are going to be burnt up. Them perfumes, them gold burgers, aka glam burgers, they're going to be burnt up. But guess what's not going to be burnt up? Your reputation, your name. So I ask you, brothers, what are you in this for? Because I pray through the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah that our names could be etched in stone, that my name could be etched in stone, that we could be saved in the book of life. Our kids, our loved ones, but more importantly, the brothers that's doing the will of the Most High. James 2 and 21. It says, was not Abraham our father justified by works when he had offered Isaac his son upon the altar? You see, this all goes back to our name, Abraham, the progenitor, Abraham, our father. He did great things, and his reputation followed us. Okay? Abraham was considered righteous, man. And what did he do? He offered his own son. He was about to kill his own son on the altar. Abraham begat Isaac. Isaac begat Jacob. It says, seest thou how faith wrought with works, with his works, and by works was faith made perfect. Okay? So his faith and his actions was working together. It was going hand by hand. And his faith was made complete by what he did. It was made perfect. Verse 23, and the scriptures were fulfilled, which saith, Abraham believed God, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness, and he was called the friend of God. Okay? That was his reputation. That was his name. And he would be a friend of the Most High. He was highly esteemed. He was highly esteemed to the point he became a friend of the Most High. Verse 24, ye see then how that by works a man is justified, and not by faith only. So you ain't justified just by your faith. You got to do the works also. It's all cool and dandy. You come to the understanding that you're an Israelite, but where your works at? It says, verse 25, likewise also was not Rahab the harlot justified by works when she had received the messengers and had sent them out another way? Yeah, even Rahab the harlot, a heathen. Guess what? When we get in the kingdom, she's going to be remembered for what she did. She's going to be a good servant. We're not going to do her and her family like Esau, because after 1,000 years, we're going to get rid of Esau. Even Rahab the harlot works is remembered. It says, likewise also was not Rahab the harlot justified by works when she had received the messengers and had sent them out another way. Who she received? That go back to Joshua and Caleb. Verse 26, for as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also. Faith without works is dead also, man. Protect your name. Put the work in. Lead by example. Let your light shine before others. Revelation 3 and 4. It says, thou hast a few names even in Sardis, which have not defiled their garments, and they shall walk with me in white, for they are worthy. All right, so you had some men that was in Sardis that was found worthy in the eyes of the Lord. Verse 5, he that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in white raiment, and I will not blot out his name out of the book of life. You see? Etched in stone. Etched in stone. But I will confess his name. I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels. Your name is going to be confessed before Yahweh and the angels. Because every man got an answer. Make sure your name is etched in stone, man. Y'all brothers protect. Try your best to protect your name. Fast, pray, ask the Lord. Have mercy on you. Last verse. 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of the Mashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he have done, whether it be good or bad. So we all going to receive the things that was done in his body, that you did in your body. What did you do when you was on this earth? Whether it be good or bad. But when you have a good reputation and you highly esteemed, that's what the word reputation means. When you're honored, The Most High is going to take up for you. Okay? Amen. Guard your name, brothers. Forget the precious ointments of the world. Forget all that stuff, man. With that being said, I'd like to give infinity honors to our Lord and Savior, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakar, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutations to you brothers that's doing the truth sincerely, man. Like I said, man, protect your name, brothers. We almost there. Kahala, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakar, Kodash. The water, Amen.